In 2008, Marvel's The Incredible Hulk redefined how superhero action could be brought to life, not just with CGI, but with jaw-dropping real effects, inventive rigging, and creative performances. In today's video, we're going deep into the behind-the-scenes process that transformed Edward Norton into the Green Rage monster. And also, we discuss how the filmmakers created some of the most thrilling moments of the film, using a blend of practical stunts, motion rigs, and digital genius. So without further delay, let's get started. Let's start with one of the most iconic moments in the film when Bruce Banner jumps from a helicopter, hoping to transform into the Hulk in midair. But behind the camera, this scene was the result of careful pre-visualization and layered production design. Before the shooting began, the filmmakers developed a pre-visualization blueprint to map out the entire sequence of this scene, like Bruce's body movements, timing, and camera angles. Once the pre-visualization blueprint was approved, makers built a life-sized helicopter replica inside the studio, which was completely surrounded by green screens. It's from this replica that Edward Norton filmed his iconic jump. The green screens ensured the sky and background cityscape could be seamlessly added later in post-production. In the same BTS clip, we can see the filming of Bruce's free fall through the sky. For this scene, the team attached Edward to a movable vertical rig, which allowed him to act out the fall realistically while suspended. We then move to the Culver University scene, where General Roth arrives with a military unit to capture Bruce. As Bruce tries to escape with Betty, unfortunately trapped inside a glass-paneled footbridge by the military forces, and then soldiers fire smoke grenades into the sealed structure for transforming Bruce into Hulk. To shoot this instant scene, the crew custom-built the entire glass bridge set, ensuring it was strong enough to handle the action. The smoke swirling inside was not fake or only computer creation. As we can see in this BTS clip, the team used real smoke machines, dry ice, and even controlled explosives to create that choking, high-pressure environment. In this sequence, Edward Norton performed all of his own stunts by himself that add a raw realism and gripping touch. Still on campus, a scene intensifies when a helicopter explodes on Betty, and she will be caught in the line of fire. But at the last second, Hulk shields her from the blast and saves her from danger. But one thing cooler of this scene is the blast and destruction we saw in this sequence was 100% real. The team lined up dummy helicopter parts in front of a green screen, then rigged them with pyrotechnics. The explosion was filmed in a controlled, multi-angle shoot to maximize realism. Because the filmmakers laid out actual dummy helicopter parts on location with front of a green screen, and they used real pyrotechnics to blow them up in a controlled setup. The fire, debris, and smoke, that all was captured in camera and then blended it all with CGI later. After the explosion, we see Hulk gently carry Betty away from the fire. But on set, there was no Hulk. In the behind-the-scenes video footage, we saw just two crew members in green bodysuits, lifting Liv Tyler to acting Hulk. This reference allowed VFX artists to later insert a digital Hulk around her, maintaining the natural movement and emotion. In the movie, when Blonsky is being injected with the super soldier serum, he moves and runs faster and hits harder than any human. His first showcase in the film is when he runs like superhuman on the battlefield during a fight with Hulk. To make him appear superhuman, actor Tim Roth was strapped into a special harness system. The harness pulled him rapidly across the ground while he simply performed exaggerated running motions. This setup gave the illusion of Blonsky's superhuman sprinting, but capturing this perfectly took time. Dozens of takes were shot to nail the timing, camera motion, and realism. All of Blonsky's flips, rolls, and acrobatics? Not CGI. A professional parkour performer was brought in to execute every move practically. Each stunt was filmed live to maintain grounded realism. Later in the same sequence, we see Hulk unleash chaos and crush military vehicles like soda cans. Incredibly, much of this destruction was filmed using real props. During filming of this sequence, makers used the real effect, as we can see in this behind-the-scenes clip. Real vehicles were rigged with hydraulic arms and machinery, allowing the team to literally crush and flip them in front of the camera. As we move deeper into the making of the Incredible Hulk, to bring Hulk's face to the big screen, the filmmakers had to do more than just animate a green monster. This behind-the-scenes sequence brings us face-to-face with one of the most critical elements of the CGI process. In this behind-the-scenes footage, we see Edward's face covered with motion capture markers, with tiny reflective dots all over his face from his forehead, eyebrows, jaw, to lips. These markers track every subtle expression, from a flare of rage to the deep, heavy breaths before transformation. This method is called real-time facial motion capture, and it allows animators to take Edward's genuine performance and apply it directly onto the CGI Hulk. We've seen how Hulk's face came alive, but what about his full body and his iconic build? While Edward Norton handled the facial expressions and some subtle performance work, the full-body motion capture for Hulk was done by trained performers. These athletes wore black mocap suits, performing movements of Hulk. And after this, animators took that motion capture data and blended it with keyframe animation, carefully adding muscle movement, realistic skin deformation. But creating Hulk's enemies, the Abomination, brought an even greater challenge. Unlike Hulk's rounded, muscular design, Abomination, designed in contrast, had a sharper, more monstrous look, with jagged bones, stretched skin, and a terrifying presence. His appearance was meant to feel like an unnatural monster. For creating Abomination, motion capture was again used, but with a twist. To make Abomination feel less human, some of his movements were hand-animated. His spine twists unnaturally. His steps are heavier, almost beast-like. His running gait isn't smooth, it's primal. Behind the scenes, crew members even assisted in certain heavy movement sequences to get realistic, physics-based movement and references. Then animators added muscle tearing, bone shifting, and unnatural motion to emphasize how inhuman Abomination truly was. And that's how they turned Edward Norton into the Hulk and chaos into cinematic gold. But what you think about this movie and its behind-the-scenes journey, let us know in the comments section. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dive BTS breakdowns, and let us know in the comments which Hulk moment gave you goosebumps.